Moja, mbili, tatu, nne.
Ruin began for me in 2004 when I took a trip to East Africa to interview Congolese women who were fleeing the armed conflict in the Democratic Republic of Congo. I was really interested in telling a story about gender-specific human rights abuses that were occurring in that region. And I had no idea when I first got there what story I would find and what was happening to the women. And when I began interviewing them, I discovered that there was a war that was being waged against them, which was a war against women.
Ruined is about civil war, and unfortunately it's a war that we're experiencing all over the world right now. And in the midst of the civil war, these men who brutalize women. And in this story, it's these women who survive this awful brutality. And it's a horrible and heinous journey, but it's also a journey that I think is joyous, how the human spirit can survive and withstand anything. The Fitz-Chandler Theater, because it's in the round, is the greatest theater to do something that has passion, power, an immediateness, a rawness, a touch of in your face. So the idea of doing Ruined in the round is daunting, it's impossible. I think it will be thrilling because you can't hide away from it.
Ruined refers to the manner in which you're raped. And my character Sophie was gang raped, but also with sharp instruments. So she has a fistula. Clinically, she's severely damaged. And because of that, she can't work in the same way as the other girls. She's not going to be having sex with these men, but she happens to be a gifted singer. And so that's kind of, and she's, she was going to be a university student before all this happened.
Well, that's what I think is so wonderful about this piece too, is that she has this experience with the backdrop of a love story as well. And you see very human experiences, things that the audience can connect to in a very real way and say, well, those are things that I'm familiar with. And so there's some laughter.
Oh, there's so much
music. So they're brought in on a very human, very even playing field here. And then the stakes get risen to say, this is happening to human beings.
There are all kinds of outreach that I think is imperative for something like this, because you will be moved, hopefully, to do something about it, and you want to talk about it. That's the thing that theater does. You can't leave the theater, and now in this extraordinary complex at Arena, you can hang out. You can be here and go and talk about this, because it is, as I said, it's painful and it's joyous, so to be able to experience both, and I think the talkbacks provide an outlet for that. The idea of high school students reading it is because they are our future leaders. They will also affect change, and having them read something that they have no idea about, having them read something that seems completely alien and will also seem as if this is something from the 50s, this is something from the 40s, this can't be happening now in 2011. The idea of them having that, and it's a very difficult thing, I think, for them to read, but it's imperative that they do, because it gives them an awareness and of other people awareness. And the young audience is the audience that will make a difference.